Hello, and welcome to Sunday Reflections at Cork Unitarian Church. Today's reflection is about going to church. The notion that church was an obligatory part of their lives is something that used to be a reality for many people, and now may still be a reality for some people. That sense of obligation may have been spiritual or social in its nature. Some people do believe that God mandates that they go to religious services on certain occasions or at certain intervals. Beliefs of this nature can be found all across many different religions. Those various beliefs may also include some expectation of divine reward or punishment for compliance or not compliance with attending religious services. Besides that, though, people can also feel a social obligation. This is easily observed when children are required to attend church with their parents. The children are obliged to go, and they're obligated, yes. It's also the case when a single religion has social dominance in a particular geographic area, be that a city, a town, a province, or an entire country. In that situation, social conformance with respect to church and religious attendance can have ramifications on other aspects of a person's life. So compliance becomes socially important. But perhaps more relevant today, people attend church not so much because of obligation or a sense of obligation, but because of their perceived benefits. These benefits can include spiritual growth and development. They can also include being part of a community of good people, hopefully. People may simply have the idea that good things will result from them going to church. For most people, that would be feelings of fellowship with other like-minded individuals, and for some, it might also include some kind of notion of divine favor. When researchers look at the reasons people stop going to church, it typically comes down to a couple of different reasons. The first reason is simply that people change. A person may not have the same beliefs as their parents, or they may not have the same beliefs that they themselves had even a decade earlier. Often a person's life situation changes such that they no longer are looking to get the same benefits from church that they did earlier in their lives. The second reason for many people leaving is that church simply did not live up to their expectations. Maybe they were hurt by something that the church leadership or congregation did or did not do. Maybe they learned that others were hurt by something the church leadership or congregation did or did not do. Certainly, there have been and continue to be far too many serious examples of church-caused injury. And this leads to that feeling that churches are not living up to the expectations of the people who attend them. Another area where churches don't live up to people's expectations is simply change. People don't like things to change at their church. At least some people don't. And other people expect their church to be continually learning and developing as a living social system. At Cork Unitarian Church, we do things a little bit differently. We have no obligatory attendance policy. You simply participate because you want to. If any of our members happen to feel a personal obligation, that's fine, because it's their own spiritual journey. Their personal obligation, or their sense of personal obligation, does not impact the beliefs of other congregants or the policy of the church. At Cork Unitarian Church, we work to make church participation beneficial to all our congregants, but we don't try to be all things to all people. That's probably because we don't see ourselves as the one true church. In fact, neither do we really think that there is just one. If someone is looking for a church that would give them all of the answers, that's not us. And we really don't think any church can. If someone is looking to execute transactional rituals in the hope of divine blessings, that is not something we offer as a church. But our members are free to pursue that on their own personal practices as far as that goes. The American Franciscan writer Richard Rohr once made a general comment about the evolution of Christianity, and it resonates well with our idea of church. Brother Richard said, "We worship Jesus instead of following him on his same path. We made Jesus into a mere religion instead of a journey towards union with God and everything else. This shift made us into a religion of belonging and believing instead of a religion of transformation." For those of you who are interested in fellowship and mutual support and encouragement on your personal spiritual journey, Cork Unitarian Church can be a good fit. We know you have many options for your personal spiritual journey. Different religions, philosophies, gurus, churches, and even online programs, including AI nowadays. But we're here and we deal with you individually as a human being in a community, which is what our church is. So to learn more about Cork Unitarian Church and the schedule of our services, visit our website at www.corkunitarianchurch.com. And if you like what you see on the website, then come along in person. Visitors are always welcome in our services. Amen. And now for our blessing. May we each find a good group of people to help us nurture our spirituality. May we be open to sharing with them and learning with them. And may our spiritual journeys go beyond group identity and creedal beliefs so that they become truly personally transformative. And until next time, I wish you all peace and blessings.